So we are here. Good morning.
Oh, alive.
Good afternoon. Yes, we are here. Was anybody paying attention to the chat?
What chat? Oh, there we go.
Lord
There's a
Jesus.
chat.
Nobody's paying attention. Oh well. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the Global Nerds podcast live stream show thingamajig.
Happy Revenge of the Fifth.
Revenge of the Fifth. So
I
sad.
thought it was Revenge of the Sith, which is tomorrow.
Okay. And then Revenge of the Seventh Sister on the 7th.
Yeesh.
But how are you guys doing? It's been a week since we chatted. How's everyone?
Doing okay. Doing all right there.
Yeah, it took a spill the other day, but doing fine.
Lost sleep on a Star Wars binge, and I have no regrets.
Hey.
So, you
So,
guys
yeah.
see
What
Tales
is
of the Empire yet?
What?
No, I haven't.
Oh, get ready to be pissed off.
Why?
It sucks, bro. For a
Wait,
show,
what's up? What you talking about?
for a show called Tales of the Empire, they only give Vader one scene with no dialogue where he walks in and sits on the throne, and that's it. They give
That's all he needs.
on nothing. They give his whole. You remember the TIE Defenders, like those super sick TIE fighter variants that were his idea? They retcon it and give it to that rando Night Sister from Ahsoka.
Hey, don't talk about the Knife Sisters now. She fire. She crazy though, but she fire.
Oh, she's cool. They're cool, but it's like they're just they're literally just retconning shit for the newbie characters.
That's all they want to do is retcon a lot of
It's like the
all
sequel
the
to
old stuff at this
They don't
point.
learn. They don't learn.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Hey,
And
good
it's not-
news. The Skywalker saga is still amazing. All 6 of those movies.
Yeah, 1 through 6.
Yeah. And the sequel trilogy continues to be licensed fan fiction. I'm cool with that.
But anyways, we got
First
some
topic.
pretty interesting topics. The biggest
Let's
one
just go to the
being-
big one, the elephant in the room, or I should say the Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrannosaurus.
AJS needed credit that badly.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Well, we needed Mark's intro for that one. When he
Go
put
ahead,
into his
sir.
video,
Go ahead,
but
sir.
Okay,
Take your intro.
so I don't know how to do an intro. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'll basically kind of go over a little bit about what's been going on if people are kind of like not showing, like they don't know. Now, these court documents are available. Henry Resilient has given them out and stuff like that. So shout out to him. So basically, to catch people up, so when COVID was happening and the government was helping out a lot of people, like saying, "Hey, we're going to give you some loans so you can keep your business afloat, keep your employees going, so they don't have anything to kind of like miss, or they don't miss on payments." And effectively, it was to keep your business kind of going around. So the US government kind of looked into a lot of these businesses, and Austin St. John, also known as Jason Lawrence Geiger, was, I think, was involved with 19 other people, so 20 altogether, of PPP fraud. So they stole up to, or embezzled or whatever, $3.5 million, which is a big, massive chunk of change. So they would all kind of like go together and like give it to one person, which has been a big thing. So I've talked about this. Henry's talked about this. So basically, it says it in the documents between on or about June 23rd, 2020, or on about July 2nd, 2020, Newman, as well as Jason Lawrence Geiger, transferred approximately $421,000 of PPP funds into Hill's account. On or about June 17th, 2020, Jason Geiger obtained a PPP loan for approximately $225,754 for dollars for St. John Enterprises, which was Austin's company. Where it says of the PPP funds obtained, Geiger sent approximately $22,579 to Morgan and invested approximately $170,000 into it. So that was another person, I think. So St. John Enterprises with Jason Lawrence Geiger, amount funded approximately $225,754. And let me just double check. Yeah, so basically that money has gone and Austin is in trouble. Now, roughly around that time, Austin came out and said, "Hey, guess what? I'm not guilty." And that was oh, okay. So then it went to trial. And quite recently, from the court documents, everyone, I think, had to, by I think the 1st of May, had to then turn around and say, okay, this is what's going on, you're guilty, non-guilty. And he entered a plea of agreement, and it says the government and the defendant, Jason Lawrence Geiger, have entered into a plea agreement in relation to the pending charges, which is basically which is here. It says you are charged in court one of the first suspending indictment with a violation of 18 USC something at 1349, conspiracy to commit wire fraud. The essential elements which must be proven to establish the offense are as follows: first, that you agreed with one or more persons to commit wire fraud; second, that you knew the unlawful purpose of the agreement; and third, that you joined the agreement with the intent to further the unlawful purpose. And basically, that was sent to Austin. So he entered the thing of saying that he was guilty of doing all of that, which is a huge, huge, huge thing. So his trial is on the 6th of May, which is on the Monday. And we are going to be, I am going to be literally keeping an eye on all of this because I think this is a huge, huge, big thing. So yeah, he committed fraud of the government.
Off of PPP loans. That's embarrassing.
Well, those
I know, right?
PPP loans were sketchy from the beginning, the way they were written.
We'll pay you your own tax money.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
And then they're basically giving you an advance, and as soon as it comes to
Monty,
tax
it's
season,
snitching
if you
time.
don't put that money back to the government, you actually get fined double the amount.
I mean,
Well,
Because I know a couple businesses that went out of business because of those loans.
right.
Well, the fact is, I
It's still
just
crook
generally,
shit.
yeah,
It's crook
like,
objectively.
but the main thing is when looking into this. So obviously, the PPP stuff was meant to go to pay obviously the employees. But let me just pull up what it says. Well, basically, all of this went to buying stuff like jewelry and stuff like that, which wasn't meant to be. So it says here the defendants used the PPP funds for unauthorized personal purposes, including cash withdrawals, gold and silver purchases, luxury jewel items, and vehicles. And the main thing is, Austin turned around and said, or Zach from Galactic Productions also turned around and said, oh, Austin doesn't know these people. And it was just oh, actually, he fucking did,
He
because
does.
there's,
Right.
yeah, there's
That's why I
photos of
call
him hanging out.
BS.
So the main thing is there's been a lot of kind of also people saying oh, Austin didn't sign off on this and blah blah blah. And it's this is your business, this is your entire business, and you let someone else sign for it. Why don't you read these documents? So there's tons of stuff like that has been kind of said, but personally, I just think that one of his mates went, "Hey, do you want to make some money?" Yes, and then boom. It just, I don't
Yeah,
know.
a lot of people didn't think. The thing is, when you're a higher profile type of person, you can't really do the simple things because a lot of small people got PPP loans, and everyone knows it wasn't for businesses and stuff like that. A lot of people got them, but they're not really paying attention to them. But my thing, the conspiracists in me, I'm like, y'all knew we was in the pandemic and y'all needed to stimulate the economy. So y'all was like, everybody get these PPP loans, but we ain't gonna say nothing as long as you don't go absurd with your money. But the people's like, oh, I'm getting $600,000, $1 million. And now they're like, well, fuck it, you just abuse it. Like, we know we was giving y'all money to stimulate the economy.
Yeah,
Y'all went
and
overboard.
what happened to us regular people who were trying to survive during the pandemic when we could barely go to work?
Yeah.
What happened to those companies, like say Denny's or McDonald's? We never got that crap.
They
We never
only,
got paid for our time off. If we were gone 2 weeks,
Yeah.
we were fired on the damn spot for having COVID.
bro,
If
the,
you
go-
worked
the
for
government
Walmart.
only, the government only bails out big companies. Sorry, man.
Oh, they didn't even bail out big companies. They said, screw you, Walmart. I know tons of people who got fired from Walmart because of COVID stuff. Because you're out 3 days alone, regardless of what it is. You can call in, you get a strike. And trying to be an employee there, I know their practices. It's terrible. You want to talk about undercutting people? It's Walmart. They pay well, but I wouldn't want to work for them, in all actuality. But that's a subject. Him taking a plea deal is not entirely bad. It doesn't show guilty or not guilty. Me being that guy who actually watches LawTube and all this other stuff. My question is, okay, he took this plea deal, but what is the government going to do now that he took the plea deal, admitting to all this? Because I'm sure he doesn't want to go through no court. Yeah, his court
he's
date's
going to court.
He's going to court tomorrow.
Man,
Probably to go to sentencing and all this other stuff.
I can already
finish it all up.
I can already see the copium ahead of time if he goes for a guilty charge. Like, they'll just say, he's just going along with it for a lower sentence. Like, no, they probably gave him no choice. Chill the fuck out.
At this point, yeah, that's probably what it was. When the prosecution offers you a deal, you can either accept it or deny it. If you deny it, you have more court dates, most likely. And then you go through a jury trial, yada, yada, yada. But if you say, well, I think, okay, in this case, you know what? We're going to give you 4 to 10 years in jail, fine of $250,000, and whatever you make at the cons, we take 20%.
That's not how that works. None of that.
No, I'm giving you examples.
None of that works like that.
It's an example that could happen. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not there in the courtroom. So it's a possibility.
The thing is,
about it. They still have to go towards the law of what it actually is. I think it's like 10 to 30 years in jail.
No, we're gonna stop talking about that. No.
Yeah. No, the main thing is he's pled guilty to wire fraud. So this is the main thing that he's done. Yeah. So it says here, like, you agreed with one or more persons to commit wire fraud. So it's not the fact of like, oh, is this going to be coming much later? He said, yeah, I was going to do it. Like, I did it. And obviously there are other people as well that's involved. And the fact is, like, his sentence, what I think is going to happen though is he's going to probably get 2 years, and it'll either go down to you're in prison or house arrest. Now, I'm more likely it's going to go to house arrest, where he can't do fuck all but watch television, and that's it. But I think that will be like the main thing. Now, the fact is that they've listed this as Jason Lawrence Geiger, aka Austin St. John, aka the Red Power Ranger, and I feel like they aren't going to go quite easy on him, because should they?
They are, because it's celebrity and because he's been participating with ratting out his friends, pretty much. Just for the lamest terms, he's been doing that. So for the most I would see him getting is, on paper, they're gonna say he needs to do a year in federal prison, and pay a fine. The most I think he's going to do is 3 months in jail if he's convicted. If he is right, he's not going to go to trial. He's not going to do all that. He's going to do his 3 months, and he's going to be out on house arrest and things like that. That's the way I see it
and
going. It
and
always go
that's
like that.
probably what's going to be discussed tomorrow.
Yeah, I
That
think they're
is,
gonna pretty much what's gonna be discussed is this. You're guilty, but because you've been helping us and cooperating, the sentence is a year. You're gonna be going to federal court. He's only gonna do 2 to 3 months, maybe less. He's gonna get out house arrest, pay a fine, and that's it. Celebrities get that all the time. We've seen it with Abby Lee Miller and Dance Moms when her fraud went out, bankruptcy fraud. They gave her a year. She only did 8 months. She was out house arrest and stuff like that. It's
Is
going to be the
he
same thing.
is he that level of celebrity though?
I don't.
It is. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what type of level. The moment you get any type of celebrity to your name, they go this, but they want to make an example out of you. But because he is a celebrity, he is high profile. Whether you want to joke about Power Rangers is a lot. He is a big star, especially from the '90s. You know what I mean? He can still use that clout he got. So I
which
can see
I
him
do
doing a
agree
month or
with.
two. I can see him doing a
Um,
month or two. That's it.
and even with the negative publicity going on, you're just boosting your ego. You're boosting your um, celebrityness, we'll say.
Now that's something. Power
Do you
Rangers right now, I know a little sweeping gears, but can you imagine having a company named Power Ranger and all the publicity you get is either jokes, sexual, or this type of negative stuff? No wonder Power Rangers is getting sold off left and right. It's an embarrassment to have to any company. It's a liability.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
I'm a
kind of
part of
like,
two groups on Facebook. It seems like all they post is man chest or women chest
and,
or lingerie. I'm like,
yeah, we
huh?
ain't about to get no reboot for this
and
brand no
cons-
more.
and considering what the actors were put through, how they were ripped off, ASJ probably needed the money.
I mean, everyone needs
I
money. Just no one is just rich.
Mm.
Even the rich people need money. I mean, take Mama Queen, Beyonce. She's a capitalist. She's a capitalist. This bitch got billions in her bank, and she's still like, "Give me your money." Like, it's just the way it is. So
Mm. Yeah,
And
but I
some
mean,
people like
like,
their money.
I feel
I
like
ain't
with
mad at
this
it.
situation, you gotta like JDF, late great JDF, always talked about like looking at things from a lens of forgiveness in the bigger picture, and I think it kind of applies to what happened here. I mean, like
Mm.
he was when Power Rangers first started, ASJ was the face. He was the main guy, and this was a $1 billion franchise that made its billions off of his face and the faces of all the other Rangers, and they got completely ripped off. Saban ripped them off completely and utterly. All of these toys and VHS tapes that brought in money with their faces on it, and they didn't get fucking shit. This company made billions off of them, and they didn't get shit. I
And of
mean,
course, how they
part
were
of this
treated as
whole
well.
part of this whole story is looking at that objective reality of it. So, like, I can get why those circumstances pushed him to do what he did. I'm not excusing what he did, but
well,
like,
but
And,
like,
and
let's look.
and of course, don't get us wrong. We're not defending him. We're looking at the facts and we're discussing.
yeah, Zen.
Oh,
Oh no,
but
there are people defending him on Twitter, which is
yeah,
actually
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, I
you knew
know.
that copium was coming from a mile away, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like I've seen a lot of these people like direct. Like I ran into one the other day and blah blah blah. But let's just put aside. Like, I don't think it's the whole because he got screwed over at Power Rangers like in the 90s and stuff. Like yeah, like Saban could have given them more money, but that doesn't kind of excuse yourself. Like say 30 years later, or like say
Thank
28,
you.
like 27 years later. Like you don't see people running around like stealing stuff and be like, well, Saban didn't pay me that much, so now I've got to steal $1 million from the people. Like, I don't see
Yeah,
that
there's no
working.
excuse. And I do
No,
see
like,
people online, especially the shit show of Twitter, talking about some, well, it's different people beliefs and stuff. The fuck does somebody beliefs have to do with them stealing fucking money from the government?
yeah.
It
I mean,
doesn't have anything to do with
Like, it has nothing to do with it. You dumbass Twitter people. You are so damn special. This is why I clown the fandom. I know I love Power Rangers, but I clown them. Y'all are so damn short bus. The fuck does his beliefs have to do with him stealing money? He's a criminal. It is what it is. Shit.
Also, if
Kill a guy
you
on Fifth
imagine,
Avenue. He has different beliefs. Chill out.
I've been seeing that on the tunnel. I'm just looking like y'all are so. I ain't saying that. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it also is like, okay, so Austin makes a lot of money via like autographs. Like recently at CEC2,
I've heard he charges more than the others.
C2E2, yeah.
He was charging $130 for a signature.
Just the signature?
Just this signature on a thing. That's what was going on.
Williams charges that much.
Yeah, but if you imagine that, let's say 20, 30, 40 people, that's more money that he made maybe 3 episodes, 4 episodes. But then since he's been back in the fandom, he's done stuff like VIP meet and greets. He's done like multiple conventions, and he probably has like guarantees on that. Hey, like I guarantee that you need to give me $10,000 for the entire show, and then the people go, oh, we're going to pay you out. But he makes a lot of money through like either the photo ops, through the autographs, through loads of different things. So I think what's happened with this whole government is he thought, easy money. Let's fucking get some like cheddar in the bank there. I might as well become a mouse at my CEO factory of cheddar factory. That went completely out of things. But the fact is, like, he could have done the wise thing. Okay, I'm gonna invest. I'm going to save. I'm going to buy property. I'm going to do this to up my gain, like so I get more money via thingy. So passive income comes in, or maybe I start more businesses. But he hasn't. And the fact is that money didn't go to him. It just went to someone else with his PPP loan thing. So I don't think it's oh well, Saban fucked me over, so I have to do this. Well, what about Disney? Or did he come back for the Disney era? No, he didn't. But like, okay, say Hasbro or something like Hasbro did.
Beast Movers, yeah.
Yeah. So I think a lot of these things, when people talk about, again, like going to the whole belief things, if that's someone's belief of defrauding the government, that's a shitty belief, and it's not going to hold up in court. Sorry, Your Honor, you can't like send me to jail because my belief is that I have to defraud government. Oh, goddamn. Goddamn, there we go. You're free, Austin. Your beliefs must be upheld.
I don't know. If it was me, people would be clowning, but shit. If it was me, and they're like, okay, Mr. Peace, you get no jail time if you rat out your friends. Y'all, it was Ty, it was Mark, it was Crispy, it was Shy, it was Philip, it was everybody I know. So, hey, I would have rat your ass out too. So, don't kill nobody in front of me, y'all. I'm telling.
By the way, Zach doesn't pay his taxes. Get him.
So basically, don't like if you come up to and say, "Hey, I've got a really good idea for money." Right? No. We know what's happened. We have
right.
We have the tacos. Yeah. I mean receipts.
The
taco receipts.
I think with a lot of this Austin St. John thing as defenders, like I feel like it's a lot of people that are still holding Austin St. John as Jason Lee Scott, my childhood hero. He would never do anything wrong, so all this is fake. And it's like, bitch, that doesn't work. Like, I still think that if Austin murdered 20 people in front of them, covered himself in their blood, screamed, "I did this," and it was on live stream and it was in someone's face, and they went,
well, they would still defend him.
Yeah, that's
not
really
covers
nice
himself
shade
in their blood.
Yeah, but it'd be like, oh, that's really, yeah, it's like a really nice shade of red on you, Austin. You're the new Red Ranger. That's really good. And they'd be like, but didn't you see what I did? No, you're still my hero. Like, you're still the best. Like, you're cool, Austin, that's in my eyes. So it just irritates me. Like, it really does on like so many levels that people don't separate this from each other. And it's like their hero can do no wrong. And I'm just like, man, like fucking get some better heroes then, because I don't like my heroes doing tax fraud. So
right.
I get that you gotta separate the artist from the art with some things, but there's a line.
Yeah, tax fraud, murder, everything. That's we don't do that here. Just get out the fandom. But Austin will never be kicked out.
Just checking real quick, ASJ. This guy has not murdered anybody, right?
No, he hasn't.
No.
Oh, no. Sorry. No. He said apparently on his birthday he was allowed to kill a man in a ring. That's what he has said. but there is no evidence of it, and it's just in bullshitting.
Well,
I'm on
with
his
all
profile on
bad
Twitter right
MMA
now.
fights
Basic
yet,
decency.
I wouldn't be surprised if that. To be honest. But
No, it'll be interesting. The court case tomorrow is happening, and I am going to be covering it. I was like, I'm sure I'm doing something on Monday. I'm sure I'm doing something Monday, and then I saw it was like, oh, Austin's deal. Yes, let's talk about that bad boy.
now the question is, will it be live streamed on YouTube?
No, it's not as big.
It's not a
as
trial.
what it
Yeah,
is.
it's not going to trial to
Well, here's the thing: a lot of these trials are streamed on YouTube for
legal reasons.
transparency.
If it is,
I don't know if
I
this
will-
one's gonna go.
If it is, and it's like at 4 a.m, I will be up. I'll be live streaming that bad boy more than anything, and giving my thoughts on it and being like, Austin, why the fuck? You're such a naughty boy. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Goddamn, Austin. Just so don't commit wire fraud, everyone. Like, don't do that.
Check your taxes twice before you even think about submitting them.
Yeah.
Don't let Saban put you in that position.
Wait, who?
Don't let Saban put you in that position.
Hey.
I mean, I think Saban should have given them more money. Like I do for all of them. I
All
think
of
that
them.
they should have been, they should have been paid exactly what they should have been done, and I feel like that's the best thing to do. But
And I definitely think the person that really stuck it to Saban was David. When he came
No,
back,
Aubrey. Y'all say
it's
David and the
fantastic.
Rangers should stay to the show. I say Aubrey. She was like, well, if I'm doing this pilot and I know it's gonna be pretty big, I want this much money. And they're like, no, you're not getting it, so we booted you off the show. Hey, she did.
Oh, the gal that we never got to see.
Pilot
the
Trini. I can't-
pilot
I can't.
version Trini.
I can't stand her. Like I can't.
Why?
Stand her. So, like, she used to be really cool. Like, but it was the fact that she got someone, or she did it herself, photoshopped her head onto Trini's body in like the trading card thing, and was saying that she was the original she was the original Trini. And it was like, you're not the original Trini. You're pilot Trini. Original Trini is Twee. So you can't say that you're the original. And then
Are y'all talking about Charlie Kirsch?
No, that's the new one. That's new Tree. That's new Yellow Ranger. But no, this is Audrey Dubois, who was the pilot Trini of Mighty Morphing. But then she went and attacked. I think she attacked the fans, and then she had a go at David Yost, and he was just like, "Nah, mate, I'm not." And then she backed down so quickly. But it's the fact that she just went after people and was just like, "Fuck you guys," and I was just like, "Mate, that's not how this shit works in this fandom. Don't if you're gonna give it, fucking leave it there so we can see and we can criticize you." But like David said, like if she's at the same show, he will never do a show with her. And I was just like, yeah, because you disrespected like Twee so much on that. So I just don't like her, you know. Goddamn.
Yeah, if she were to come back, I think like for any like role, I think the fandom.
Boy, she ain't coming back.
No,
like
we ain't doing no what if. She ain't coming back to shit.
No,
she wasn't even in the first place.
Yeah, she was there for pilot.
She wasn't even invited.
No, I'm gonna stand on this. No, I don't think it would be funny if she came back for a season or to reprise her role. Like, even if they didn't like show Trini dying, like why should you step into someone's legacy that you have not given a shit about, and then suddenly now that you know that there's money involved, then you come back? Like, no, fuck that shit. Like, no.
Exactly.
So,
because she would only come back for money, and she would ruin whatever role she was in.
But I don't know why you're saying that's funny, because that's like shitting on a legacy that's been built for over 30 years, and then all of a sudden just be like, oh well, I'm back because I need the money, guys. No, she had no involvement in this, and like this is the reason why she doesn't do conventions. Yeah. So no, I'm going to be very strict.
I remember that one time she was at a Power Rangers convention, and I was like, why the fuck is she there?
Yeah, she was at Power MorphCon.
Yeah, that is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, and
That's
what
like
was
me
what,
showing up to a convention because I walked past the command center because it's out here where I live in California. I'm here, y'all. Come sign. Let me
yeah,
sign some shit.
got my
It's the
booth.
same principle.
Yeah, well, she was on a panel and like she literally just turned around and said, I don't know what to say, guys. I can't answer any of your questions because I wasn't in the show. And it's just like all the other
Exactly.
questions. And it's just like, what can you do? Audrey, what did
So
you
like,
think
why the
about
fuck are you here
this?
then? Like the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me what it was like being in that bowling alley. That's all you can really answer. Like, oh, it's fine. Like I did some ADR and that was great. And you know, that's all you can really say.
No, it's crazy.
But
I don't know.
fuck it. Goddamn
This is
Power
the first
Rangers.
I've ever heard of this woman. So
Yeah,
The only reason
exactly.
I heard about her is because someone posted the unaired pilot on YouTube. I said, "Who the hell is this woman? And who the
Yeah,
hell is this
I
show?"
heard
It
about
was
it.
terrible.
I knew about it, but I like what we got better.
Yeah.
It just fit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, it worked because no one liked the how it all worked before. Like it didn't do very well in the ratings or in audience testing, so that's why they reshot all of it and went, there we go, and it works so much better. The only time that you will see Audrey as training is when Rita takes a pot shot from like the moon, and then they're all walking, and you see like the camera like dead far back, and they're walking through the desert. That's the only time that she's in the show. That's the only time you see her because they couldn't be bothered to reshoot that.
Right.
Okay, fine.
It was crazy. Zotar.
yeah,
I mean,
like
That alpha design was
which
just horrible. I'm so
Yeah.
happy they changed that shit.
thing is, apparently ASJ, Walter Jones, and Toytron went through the same thing. They just happened to leave on their own terms.
Yeah.
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 Jesus,
Like,
they did not treat these people like professionals at all.
Nope.
No. Well, if you think about it, they were getting paid like $600 per episode. Austin wanted $1 million. And I'm like, okay, I can understand how much money this thing's bringing in.
$1 million
But doing
episode?
like, yeah, it was something like he wanted $1 million per episode. And I'm just like, I can understand if you're getting like, say, maybe like for time back there, like 10 grand per episode, like maybe
Right.
20.
$1 million per episode in the 90s. Boy, what?
Yeah. Like I don't think even high at that time. I don't think even like high paid actors like on ER or whatever was getting the same like amount of money or whatever. But the fact is that if they had stayed in, they probably would have got more money later on. Considering the show, like I would have gone, okay, you can. I would have done. Was it the Star Wars Obi-Wan, the original Obi-Wan, where he turned around and said, okay, pay me fucking pittance for doing this, but I want toy rights. I want toy royalties. That would have gone boom because he got paid a fuck ton for that sort of thing, from what I heard.
You know what I think the issue was?
Why?
They didn't have lawyers.
Yeah.
Right.
Seriously, I watched Tremors 2 enough, and Earl's best line in the entire movie about why he didn't get paid enough. I should have got a lawyer.
Yeah. I think toy royalties would have been good. But yeah, like to all of this, to me personally, I generally think that they should have paid them a lot more. That's literally what they should have done. But I feel like asking for that much when you can be replaced so quickly, and it's a shit thing, don't get me wrong. I think they all should have been paid more. But I think Austin's always harbored this, I hate I don't hate the brand, I just hate the situation. And then he's just like, I need more money. But he's making more money now, standing behind the table going, yeah, that's great. There you go. When you're getting 40 to 50 to always $100 upwards. Like, I think you've done a lot. You've earned more money than you have on the show for all these years.
Right.
And the crazy part is, people will pay it.
Yeah.
Like, I combo packed with Walter and David, just alone, photo and an autograph, was 110, 120, I think, at Ranger stuff.
That's
Roughly.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I try to get all the lower end Rangers who don't get that much publicity.
I think
How
for me
badly do you think ASJ needs the money?
ASJ needs it so bad. I mean, at the moment, if you imagine that, let's say for example, he is going to jail. Imagine how much money you've got to leave this for your family as well. Like you've got to leave something so that your family can live on. So if you're doing
Who's
all
gonna
these
pay on his
conventions,
books? That's what I want to know. Who's gonna pay on his books?
I think like what's going to happen is I think that his merch store will stay up, and I think that he's probably sat there for like a weekend, or this is what I would be doing anyway. I would be signing everything. Like I wouldn't put the name; I'd just literally sign my signature, and I would have a whole stack of photographs. So, like put up a post of like, "Hey, if you want to help support Austin's family, then you can buy autographs still. We will post them out and do that. Literally keep that going, because if you're paying something like say $80 per autograph, then at least you've got enough things to maybe pay the bills for X amount of time until he comes back. And then when he comes back, he will be a felon regardless. And he could go to some shows. People are still going to go up there because then they'll be like, oh man, like you got prison time. I want to come see you. Like I want to support you. And I think that's what's going to happen. But I swear to God, if this does not humble the man, nothing in fucking will.
And that's another thing. Now that I bring up lawyers, that's probably another reason he took the plea deal.
Mm-hmm.
That his lawyer or lawyers are costing way too much, because they
No,
can
I don't
make.
think that's not why you take a plea deal. They probably gave him, this is what's going to happen. Like he was probably offered up a certain amount of time in jail and fees, and he's like, I'm not going to pay that. I'm not going to go to jail. So, well, if you give us this information, we lower the sentence, which is why I'm saying he's probably only going to be offered 1 year in federal prison. He's going to have to serve it, but due to everything he cooperated with, he's only going to do maybe, if Abby Lee Miller did 8 months and she had a year sentence. I do know a few people who went to jail personally who had a year in prison for wire fraud. They literally only served like 5-6 months. So
See,
the max
I
he would get
agree.
is
I agree.
5-6 months.
But lawyers can be expensive. Like they could be charging 100 and like you think autographs are insane. Oh, he's selling them for 120 per autograph. Lawyers, that's petty change for them. They will charge upwards of 200 per day just to represent you if you talk to the
Yeah,
right lawyer.
we got to cut you off on that one because that's not why a plea deal. Like we paint a picture as if because it's expensive for a lawyer. That's not why you do a plea deal at all. So I don't want to put that narrative out there. That's not how that works.
I'm saying it's a possibility.
No, it's not a possibility. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put that out there to nobody in the legal systems. Don't think, because my lawyers is expensive, we're going to do a plea deal. That's not how that works. We're not putting that out there. We're moving forward. Moving this way. We're not doing that one. We can't put that out there. We are not doing that.
Well, if you can't pay for your lawyer, how are you supposed to continue your...
That's why there are free lawyers by the systems in the state that handles that.
Right.
Okay? You get free.
Public defenders don't do high-profile cases like
no,
this.
The taxpayers, we pay for that. We pay for that. Talking to a law person who graduated with a law degree. We're not putting that narrative out there. Moving on.
Either way, I think, as I said, like if this, so regardless of time spent or thing, they go through it. I hope this really humbles him, because I think that Austin needs to really completely change his complete perspective on everything. Like I knew the people that he hung out with, so I know like his management system, like the people there. Is also his manager for Galactic Productions and his booking agent, should I say. Like, I think that he needs to go, do you know what? You guys need to go. And I don't like saying that because obviously he's obviously paying them, or like they're getting money, or they're getting something from it. But the fact is, like, maybe all of this, and this is me playing, like being, giving him some charitability, is I feel like these people have either corrupted him, or they've just kind of pushed their stuff for him, because all these things are coming out. Like if you're going to be, again, like if I was making a t-shirt line and I turned around to you guys and went, guys, like, what do you think this? And you went, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to listen to you. Like, I'm not going to turn around and go, man, like, Mark, don't do that, because you're going to get absolutely fucking ridiculed and stuff like that. But the fact is, like, no one's stopping him from doing these things. No one's like saying, "Hey, you need to do that." And if he's like, "Man, like, I don't need to listen to you," be like, "Austin, you've gone through all this shit already. Why are you adding to it? Like, why are you fucking doing it?" So I feel like he needs better people around him at the moment.
But that's another thing because Mark, you were specifically part of his street gang out in the UK for his appearances at those cons. So I don't want to necessarily say it's his people corrupting him because you was part of his crew. A lot of these celebrities have people that works around them, like their close cabinet of friends. I don't think people can influence you to that level, especially when you're the breadwinner. Yeah, they could put stuff in your ear. Again, I hate bringing up Abilene Lee Miller from Desmond's, but she had people around her that was like, yo, you could do bankruptcy fraud. All these celebrities do it. That's how they get their money. And it's like, you an adult. Yes, you don't make the best financial decisions because again, we're just normal people, and all of a sudden you get this big rack of money and you're in this new tax bracket. Of course, you're gonna listen to some of these people, but you have to have your own adult brain and be like, look, if I'm poor and all of a sudden now making millions of dollars per year, and now you coming up next to me, how the hell are you gonna tell me to give me financial decisions when you just as broke as I am? Like, this is the most money you've seen in your life too. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like use these financial advisors, these professional ones, and stop listening to the people who you came with. Like Ty makes $1 billion, and he's like, Darrell, so what should I do with my billions of dollars? Nigga, I don't know. Don't ask me. You
But
rich now. I don't know.
that's a problem as well because not everyone knows how to spend their money wisely.
No, and know what to do
Not
with it and to keep it, and that's the big issue. So I don't want to put it on his people. Austin, you're a grown ass man. You've been in the '95 show. You've been making big money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You was a artist, so I don't want to put that on them. It's like, bro.
So you're actually bringing up a bigger question. If it is the case of third party involvement and why he's snitching, doesn't GalaxyCon's manager have a past, Mark?
What do you mean? Zach from
Zach.
Galactic Productions. Yeah, he's got a past, and I don't know it too much. I just know that he got fucked over. No, he fucked over George Takei, but then won that deal. Like apparently, Zach won it in his favor. But then also Zach turned around and like obviously posted the JDF stuff. And I think that was all salty because JDF dumped him and was just like, I'm done. Like, fuck this shit. I'm out. And that's caused a problem. But there's other stuff that I don't know too much about. So I can't really like give too much of that insight. I just know exactly what Zach's like and to the point of like how rude he is. And I feel like if he has a grudge, he will hold it against you till the end of time. So there's always that thing right there.
I actually got to go now, but I'll catch you guys in a bit.
All right, see you in a bit.
What? Wait, say that to our face.
Tell the audience.
I got students who are trying to get their grades out of Code Red before the quarter ends, so I've kind of had to juggle my schedule.
Are your students watching?
You got 1 month.
Oh hell yeah, I'm watching.
Hi students. Fuck your grades. Not playing. Please listen to Crispy. Okay, I'm so sorry. Listen to Crispy, y'all. Listen to him. Help your grades go up. Okay.
Obey. Bro, I'll catch you guys later though. Bye.
A nerd has fell off, y'all. A nerd is gone.
Yeah, we got one.
It's interesting how with the street team, I had no contact with Austin properly because the two people, Melanie and Susan, they were like, you can't speak to Austin, like you're not allowed to like DM him, you're not allowed to do this. The only time I actually properly spoke to him was when I was going to interview him, and at cons, and that was it. And he only came to the UK once. That was it.
I'm so mad that they had you working for him, but you can't speak again. That brings validity to a lot of these celebrities and big names. Like, I'm not gonna give no names, but I'm gonna just say she was in a movie called Enough. She got a movie on Netflix coming out called Atlas. She got a music career. If y'all know who it is, I ain't saying no names though, but
I don't know who.
She's a bitch. Okay, it's kind of like, hi, I want to meet you. You want me to work for you? Don't look in my eyes. Don't talk to me. you speak to my assistant, you want to ask me something, but you're standing right here, and I'm like,
is she really that bad? Is she really that bad? I don't know. It don't seem like it.
allegedly, I'm allegedly out there. You ain't coming for me, bro, bitch. But allegedly, that's what I'm gonna say. A lot of these people are like that. Just not the one. It's a lot of them. Y'all know how I love somebody. Y'all know how I love. I'm not gonna say no names, but y'all know how I love somebody, right?
Hillary Duff.
I love somebody so bad. Y'all know who I call. I'm not saying it, but they an asshole behind the scenes.
Hillary Duff is not an asshole.
Y'all know who I love. Y'all know. Y'all know.
He's
But
obsessed
she's
with
an
number 40.
asshole behind the scenes, like killing people's careers because she felt threatened. Bitch, you are a great vocalist and performer. Ain't nobody touch you. Why are you threatened by this new upcomer? And why are you crashing in career? I can't respect people like that. But the music's so good, I just gotta be there. She's just so damn beautiful. I just be like Medusa. I know you about to kill me, but you just fine as fuck. But you're an asshole. I will never work with you professionally. But can we go to the next
But she
topic?
can't.
Okay. Right.
But she can do no wrong though. But she can do no wrong.
She could do no wrong to me, but shit, if it was me, it's like, oh my god.
Okay,
But
so I've
yeah,
got a question.
behind the scenes though. Whew.
So I've got a question for you, right?
Mhm.
And it's a it's a politics question, but
Okay.
we're not going to get into politics. So obviously,
Yes, please
you
don't.
have you have elections, don't you, for like different like states and stuff, like mayors
We do
and that.
for
I'm guessing.
governors, senators at different states and stuff like that.
Right? Do you have people taking the piss when it comes to that? So like, I can if I was in America, I could then become mayor, governor, whatever. But could characters become like could characters become hang on, I'll show you what I
Absolutely.
mean.
And I'm gonna say absolutely because we had a fucking president named Donald Trump become
Okay.
president. And he's a
So
caricature of himself.
That
okay.
Oh,
man is
you
a
mean
real
the
life
puppet Joe Biden? Because that's all he
Anyways,
is.
That's
Puppet.
another one.
right. That I know because obviously we're
Well,
not getting
both
political.
presidents are dumbasses. We all know it. Leave it at
Well,
that.
we've just in the UK we've just had out like I think it's like mini elections type of thing for like people around the UK. So the Labour government is absolutely dominating. But there's one called Captain Binface, and I've put it in chat, so in our group chat, so you can have a look. Do you guys have like something similar to this?
No, America, we are stupid. I'm going on record. We are that stupid, but we're not that stupid to have like
Fuck.
Buffy the
Yeah.
Vampire Slayer becomes. That just stopped me right. What the hell is this?
So that was someone who ran for the mayor of London called Captain Binface that got 24,000 votes. And I was wondering if like America had the same like
What?
something very similar.
No, we never
No,
went out that drastic to be that
No, we have.
outside. But again, we had Donald Trump as a president. Now I'll mention his
Yeah.
name because I'll give zero fucks. We have Donald Trump
D,
as a president.
No. We found someone worse than Donald Trump and Joe Biden. You know who it was?
Who?
Kanye West.
He is running for presidency.
Kanye is running for
but
president this year.
you know what? Let me zoom in on my face. After Donald Trump, I don't give a fuck who runs for president at this point because America is just going to elect the most dumbest person they can. He has no qualifications,
Trump,
but you know what?
Whether it's who God knows what, we're all going downhill.
Just get
Yes,
Captain
it started with
Binface.
Trump. I'm not saying he's the god that everyone thinks he is.
This is crazy. This is annoying, to be honest.
I think he had
I
some
mean-
good stuff. I think he had some bad stuff. I'm neutral on it. Quite frankly, they're both dumbasses. This shit needs to end.
You just need Captain Binface to run.
Yes.
You know, at this point, he might be the best candidate. He might be.
What was Captain Binface? What was his manifesto?
Let me say this picture so I can show the folks Captain Ben face. Let me save this to my phone real quick, y'all. Y'all gonna see Mr. Ben face. Let me open my photos up.
Oh my god, he had okay, so he had 24 pledges on what he was going to do for the if he became mayor of London. I'll only read a few. So the boss is to be made to take a dip in the Thames to see how they like it. Claudia Winkleman's Fringe to be graded 1 listed. It's Captain Binface.
Captain
No shop.
Binface.
Yeah, no shop to be allowed to sell a croissant more than £1.20. Blame Liz and Rishi for the extra 10p. London's Night Kazar to be replaced with the new Nightmare with headquarters on Elm Street. What else? To solve delays caused by 20-mile-per-hour zones, all meetings to start 10 minutes later. What else do you have? Yeah, all Londoners who cannot afford the ULZ complement vehicle to get a new electric card paid by the windfall tax on oil companies. Shops that play Christmas music before December to be closed down and turned into public libraries. Loud snacks to be banned from theaters. What else?
Is this Captain Ben? Is this his goal for presidency?
This was his if he became mayor of London. These were literally everything that he wanted.
Mr. Ben, off with his head.
Yeah.
Hell?
What else? Free parking between Vine Street and Stratford for electric vehicles, except Teslas.
Tesla's the only company that I know is making electric vehicles.
I think there's probably more in the UK. The hand dryer in the gents' toilet at the Crown and Uxbridge to be moved to a more sensible position. So these, like, there's a few more that he did. Like, I'm not going to read all of them, but like, man, like there is like he got 24,000 votes. So he beat another party. I don't know what they were called, but my Twitter's been going like absolutely crazy with like people like liking it. So what did I say? It wasn't anything major. It was something like so there's a video of these like Britain's first leave the shit party, and like they're going like boo boo, and someone videoed it, and at the end they went, "You lost to Count Binface," and I was like, priceless. Fucking priceless. And it's so fucking weird because it's hang on, I'll send the bit. Yeah, it's so weird because you've got all these like really important people, like, you know, in suits and stuff, and there's Captain Pinface at the back. I'm just like,
I'm not mad at it. I mean, when you troll your whole political like cabinet and shit like that, like, I'm not mad at it. Like the fact that he's on the ballot. Now I know anyone who's out here in America, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can actually put yourself on the ballot. No qualifications at all. Now, if you get those votes, like, if I put myself on a ballot for candidacy for a presidential candidate, I'll probably get myself to vote. But people may just be out there who America, we stupid, y'all. They might just vote for me, and I would just be president. And I'm looking around like, wait, I'm really president, y'all. Like, I gotta what? Like, what would you do?
We're talking about a fucking corpse.
Like, if I became president, I would literally be looking at people like,
at least Donald Trump has a brain.
What y'all want me to do?
I think it's just, I think politics in general is really interesting. Like, you guys have, I think, better politics than what we do over here. But yeah, it's it is something. But again, not going too much into politics and stuff like that. So let's cheekily go over to the next topic.
I like politics.
Which is going to
great dumpster dive of craziness.
Which is going to piss off D and Philip already.
I mean,
so
if
you
you
like to be in a game where you're fully represented, but your representation's cut out in the middle of the game.
You're going to have to give more context on that one.
I got into a debate with a guy over Resident Evil 5 recently.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about now.
Yeah.
And this goes with Stellar Blade as well. So the representation of Resident Evil 5 is Chris Redfield, a white man killing black folk in Africa. Okay, I can understand that. I see that a little racism. Replace him with Josh Stone, who is a member of Delta Squad. He's black.
I wouldn't even went like I told you before. I wouldn't even went back and forth with that dude. I was just wasting my time because for one, it's not racist. I don't give a fuck if you Asian, Hispanic, bulimic, trans, male, female, or you identify as a fucking balloon. If a zombie is trying to kill this beautiful face, fucking kill it for me. So
Right.
Right.
It's the whole
you are.
representation factor because
Yeah.
we got Resident Evil 1, Midwest. We got Resident Evil 2, Midwest. 3, Midwest. 4, wait a minute, hold on, we're killing Spaniards.
I mean,
5, we're killing people in Africa with that culture. All those representations are there. 6, Japan and China. What's the fucking difference? It's people being taken over by bioterrorism. It's people trying to save people from bioterrorism. It's colonialism.
Hey,
I don't
my
think-
lovely brother. I
don't think that really matters in that
pick your
sense.
battles. That is not a
doesn't
battle I
really
would
matter in
even
that
give
sense,
any
honestly.
attention. This is a.
That's why I found the debate
don't know.
actually hilarious because
I would have
Why
never
shut
even
him
gave him
down?
attention. Like after that, like why would you? Sometimes people bait us into conversations, and I was like,
Right, right.
I'm not wasting my time with that ignorant shit.
how
At
I
all.
defeated it, I went to the actual logs of the game and posted them saying, yeah, here's what happened. You really want to debate this?
Yeah, you
It's
gave him
not
too much
racism.
time, brother man. He baited you and you fell for it. He got you tied, brother man. I
I
would
don't
have looked at
really
him
care.
and
I just
delete.
thought the entire thing was funny, along with all these other debates. Like Stellar Blade,
Stellar Blade getting hate from the left and wanting them to censor the absolute hell out that game.
and
Yes, they did.
that's what it boiled down to was as well. Oh,
I think-
it's racism. You got to take out the racism.
What they put that hard R, which is hard, and then it was an R on the
Yes, for the R
on
shop
the
where you
wall.
go to buy black market items. Again, when I play the game, and I get to that shop all the time because you buy specific outfits and stuff like that from the character. But the hard R shop, I didn't see it as racist. Only people with a racist mindset went there. It was like, yo, hard R means nigger. No, it did not. Hard R, it's a sexual game. They played it up harder. They read the fans. The fans are all gushing over this game. Her booty cheeks, her breastus meats in my face. So it's like, oh, you harder. You know, it's a joke, a sexual innuendo. That's what it was, not racist.
Most
now they
games,
changed
And what's
it's
interesting
super
is-
honestly, bro. Most games out here have overly sexualized female characters. Who gives a fuck?
Have y'all seen anime? Like that's
Yeah.
hello.
Exactly.
Have y'all seen Sailor
Prime
Moon? They supposed to be 9 to 12 years old, but they just bust these everywhere. Sailor Moon, Sailor Moon. I'm like,
Well, here's the thing with Stellar Blade and why I think the left is absolutely fucking terrible about it.
the
Why is it?
The
So why is
mocap, the mocap
why-
in the capture was
Mhm.
all there, 100% the model. She
Why is
actually looked like that.
Hey,
what? Yeah. Why is it
So,
like
so what's the
everyone
problem? The
goes
base,
like?
This-
Why is everyone going left or right? Because I imagine
It's
like
bullshit.
it just feels.
that's an
I-
again. It's an American thing, my brother.
Like,
we stupid
mean,
out here.
It's just weird because it's always like, oh, censorship. It's all the left that hate it. I'm like, no, like there has to be other people like on the right as well. Like, you know, or all the people that say this, oh, it's all the right that hate it. Like, I think when I hear like, oh, all the left or all right, I just go like, no, it's not, because you can't have an entire like load of people that hate one thing and it's like, oh, no one on the right or left has
And then
this
they
sort of
changed
like
it
kind of
to
thought.
far right, far left.
right.
I don't know. That's American. I keep saying they gonna kick me out of America. I'm gonna get deported from my own home watch. Ooh, I'm gonna get deported.
Bruh.
Shit, but
Bro,
we
if they hating, if they're hating on Stellar Blade this badly, and I've seen gameplay of it, it doesn't even seem that badly. She's covered
it's
up.
not.
Everything
When
is.
I'm telling you, these people were mad because I played the disc version and I have a digital version where it's been updated. So
Right.
there's just particular outfits, right? There's just one outfit where she got like this. The shirt goes like this, and you can see like side boob, right, from the
Right.
front.
Right.
People are like, "Oh, yes, it's uncensored. So the game was like, okay, that's a little too sexual because we have some children playing there, and they ain't supposed to. So they just put an undershirt there, so you want to see all the cleavage. You know what I mean?
Okay,
And people
fine.
like, oh, you're censoring the game. Oh my God, it's the left, it's the right, it's the center. You're censoring this. And I'm like, yo, because you
I
can't
think
beat off 2
Stupid
pixels.
as
Like, go
hell,
literally
bro.
get some coochie. Like, bro,
I,
it's not that serious.
Right. It's
I don't.
a game. Like, dude,
And she ain't
calm
doing that sex. She's
down.
literally a robot from heaven or whatever the fuck she's from. I ain't finished the story yet. But she's literally just chopping up monsters. She's not doing nothing sexual. The girl's just trying
So
to
she's
live
an
her life.
android. So she's
Yes.
an android.
The code name is Angel. She's an angel. Her name is Eve, and then her friend who's helping her is Adam, and then
Right.
the little girl who's helping her is Lilith. You know, it's like a biblical type
Okay.
name, type
Okay.
of a
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adam and
See,
Eve. It's
Okay.
just crazy. It's
I
nothing
think
sexual about it, but
Right.
it
Right.
I
is.
think what it is, it's more like if people are upset because of the like they censored like some titties and stuff. I don't think it's that they're
Some
angry
titties.
because of that. I think it's because you had the people who create it say this game's not going to be censored, and then day one they censored it, and it's more kind of like I think maybe they feel a little bit lied to, and they've taken out I think some of the gore and stuff like that, the fight scenes and whatnot, made it less bloody. And I think it's
Yeah.
just when people lie, if you imagine,
They
like,
didn't
say,
lie though. I'm not going to put this on the developer.
I can care
It
less
was
about
Sony. I'm gonna
that.
have to put this out there for disclaimer. It was not the developers. It was
oh, it's always
Sony.
Sony.
But they
Oh, yeah.
had to. When you're a big old corporation, you had to put out a product for marketing and to get people into the seats or to play your game. You got to think globally. This game is going to be translated to different countries that are more closed up. Like Dubai, the women out there are still more closed. They're not so Americanized where sexual
I'll
college
go
or they
into
don't have
Sony
a
here in a
red
bit.
state in the UK. You know what I mean? So you have to think, okay, what's going to be more palatable and more marketable for the global audience, not just this one singular thing. And people are so narrow-minded when people don't think business. They think self-pleasure. Oh, I want some titties because I
Okay.
like it.
So I get that, and with this game having this much controversy, if you're going to censor the game, do it in a way to where they give you the option to put on the censor blocker for the game or to leave it off. Give people the option to either play the game uncensored or censored and leave it at that, and then everybody's happy. The people that want to censor the game, go into the options, censor the game, boom, you're good. People that don't want to censor it, leave it be. That's it.
Didn't Bayonetta do that? Bayonetta 3.
I'm not sure about
really,
Bayonetta 3. I'm not sure about that one.
I know there was a game that actually did that, was like, and then people complained about it, and it was like it's
Right.
18 plus mode, and then it was in the options, and you could turn it on and off if you wanted to, and it would just
Right.
change slightly a few things. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you have to, like certain companies, like so I googled is Stellar Blade 18, and Korea have actually said like due to the costumes and excessive violence. And I think that if you're gonna so you say like Dubai where you're not allowed to show like skin, like women aren't allowed to. I feel like if you got the game coming out in like say Dubai, then you say this is the Dubai version, and you go that's all been censored, blah blah blah.
That
But I
would be
think
Right.
too
it's
much in the production. Again, these studios, they have a certain budget where they have to do it. So again, you have to think globally and not just to specific markets. Because if that's the case, America needs a specific thing. The East Asians need a certain thing. If you go to West India, they need a certain thing.
Pandering.
It just be too much. So
Pandering is what you're looking for.
yeah, they're
Right.
not going to do that, and they
And
shouldn't have.
that's sort of the Resident Evil 5 argument. Why should I pander to something I know could be a global thing?
Right.
But
I mean,
the reason why I
I get it,
disagree with
though.
you on the Sony ordeal is what they did with Helldivers. So Helldivers comes out and they're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, you cross compatibility. You can I can play with you on Xbox through PC and all that. They just implemented yesterday a 2-factor authentication where when you boot up the game, if you don't have a PlayStation account and subscription, you cannot play the game.
what type of bullshit? The fuck?
yeah, I think that
At
was
least that
quite,
was the
quite bad.
understanding I understood. that was brought up in one of my discords.
It's so basically what it was. Yeah, it's they want to up the subscription base. So it's like PlayStation can go to their shareholders and go, look, we've got like 10 quadrillion people signed up for PlayStation. We're doing it quite right. Where I don't think it's two-step authentication, because people looked into it and it does nothing for the game at all. But then
Right.
you've also got countries that don't have access, like don't allow a PSN account to exist. So technically, what it means is you can't play that game at all if you're living in, say, whatever country. Which I think is the shittest thing. And I know Helldivers has dropped down. Like, people are refunding, people are canceling it straight away, and I'm just like, okay, well, that's absolutely fine. Like, you do what you want to do on that one.
Yeah, that's
And
stupid.
I was
going to
get it with my first paycheck.
I was actually going to play the game because it looked fun. It's something different that you can play with your homies. You know what I mean? And I was like, y'all, let's play it. But I mean, it's really no point at this time if the player base and the support for it is going to drop. So,
I mean, I still plan on getting it. So,
I mean, I think that if you already have a PSN account and you want to do it, fine. But I think if you're on if you play PC only and you're forcing people to have to sign in to a PSN account that they're not going to use, I feel like that's...
Bro, I just bought this $500 fucking Steam Deck. I need something to play on that fucking shit.
Genshin Impact.
You can put all your Steam games on it.
I'm gonna need something to play on that stupid ass thing, because right now it's just literally. Let me show y'all what it's doing.
Honkai Star Rail.
Y'all see it? You see it's in the case, right?
Yeah.
It's just, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this?
Play
it's
Honkai
a $500 paperweight. Fuck Jen and fuck Ty. Y'all talking me into this shit, and they want to help me. Shit. Where he at?
I can
fuck
see
you,
the same
Ty.
thing with that PlayStation portable.
There we go. I mean,
yes.
Look, yours is black too. Yeah, I don't see it on.
Yeah, of course. Sticker.
Wait, that's your sticker? Zoom in, man.
Well, that's something that Miss Lou made for me.
Oh, I want a sticker.
Oh,
Tell
nice.
me to make stickers.
Yeah, I can definitely ask her. But yeah, I have most of my Steam games on here.
Okay, so I have a question about Steam Deck, because I have you live now, so you can't even avoid this question. Let me zoom in on you, Ty.
All right, what's the question?
Why the fuck you talking me into this damn thing? What am I gonna do on it? Literally, I'm trying to get the emulator. I went to the desktop mode. I'm thinking I'm installing games, and the shit just looking back at me like, so what we gonna do? And I'm looking at it like, what we gonna do?
Well, for the most part, I'm enjoying playing like my Final Fantasies on there, all my 8-bit stuff on there. Emulation is great when it
games like Steam games.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an emulator or is it a game itself?
Actual games on Steam.
Oh, okay.
Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered, they're all on there. If you have it on your Steam, you can put it on there. Mm-hmm. I like my portabilities, so that's why I have it on there. I'm still working on the emulation part of it.
I'm gonna pose a question on Twitter. Who got a Steam Deck? What the hell y'all do with it?
I think you should play that game that I bought the other day. I haven't played it just yet.
Which one is it?
What was it called? Let me click on it. What was it? It was something called like... Oh, it's on my thingy, isn't it? Hang on. Knowledge of No Lady. Where you have to... It's a Korean game with English subtitles, and you have
got big titties, because if it's coming from you, I know they got those big old jugs.
They're just normal people, and apparently you can either go for like your classmates or you go for the teacher, which I will be going for the teacher. But apparently it looks so different. But if not that, like, check out some of like the free games. There are, to be fair, the Steam game, the Steam sale pops up most of the time. Also, if you've got Amazon Prime, sometimes you can get like Steam games for free. I think and you can
I do
easily
have
some.
Amazon
Not
Prime. I do. Okay,
Not that
I
I've
got my shit
seen.
out.
And
I got it out. I'm gonna boot it up.
I think it's
Going
worth
for
it if you want to
Discord.
play lower end games. If you want to play like AAA games like Resident Evil 4 Remake, Honkai
Hey,
Star
y'all know
Rail,
damn well I'm not about to play no horror games. Y'all just
I mean,
know.
so like I mean, I'm
it'll
looking.
eat your battery. And that's my most annoyance right now. It's the battery if you play AAA games.
Okay, let me tell you, my brother, he said, because he knows I'm a bitch with horror games and stuff like that, he said, it would be great for you to stream on your stupid podcast if you playing a horror game. Would y'all want to see me die live? Like, bro,
I mean,
don't answer that question, Philip. I will kick you out.
To, I mean, I think there are a ton of games that you could play. I would just have a look through the Steam account just to see what it is. Like, if you want to go, like, say, Crash Bandicoot, if you want to play a really good game, like an old game,
Persona 3?
Broken Sword is a fantastic point and click game.
Which you can play because you have a touchscreen.
Yeah, so like the original version is free apparently. I don't know if that's. I've never really seen nothing. Oh no, it's not. It just says free on the thingy. But yeah, like Broken Sword is fantastic. It may actually be free. But I think there's tons of stuff you can actually. Broken Sword. I love that game. It's like
Is
one
it
of my
British?
favorite
So I
games.
have to speak with a British actually. Broken Sword.
Of course. I actually backed the Kickstarter and paid like £150 for the game, all HD for 4K or whatever. And I was like, God damn.
I'm assuming,
Um,
Hollow Knight is on the Steam Deck also.
Yeah, Hades is on there. Hades 2 is on its way.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Steam Deck right now, and
$10
that's why I like my
for the
PlayStation. I
Broken
really do. I
Sword
love
triple
my
pack.
PlayStation, y'all, because it's all right there. I could play. They got Horizons on here. That's a PlayStation game.
I mean, you got like,
And
is Fallout still? Like, Fallout's a good game series.
Skyrim.
Okay, I'm gonna play around with this later before I actually have to go to work.
Yeah,
Today.
once I figure out the emulation part, I will talk you through it, or my buddy Gabe will talk you through it because he knows more
Right.
about it than I do.
But yeah, I think there's tons of good stuff if you to play on it. Like, there's definitely more. Like, I think there's more elements that, like, say, okay, I would rather buy a Steam Deck than say other handheld consoles if you've got a vast amount of games that you want to play.
Well, I have a
Yeah.
Switch. I only got a Switch literally to play Pokemon. So every other game on there that I paid money for, which is so fucking stupid, like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, I haven't played that at all. I just literally have it for Pokemon. So I bought this Steam Deck. Like, oh, I could play PlayStation and everything. And now the shit just looks at me. So, trying to figure it out.
I mean, Multiverses is coming out, which is the Warner Brothers version of Smash Brothers.
It's been out
Yeah.
for quite a while, actually.
I think that was like
They-
the beta, though. They actually want to release it.
Yeah, the actual game comes out quite soon, because in March 27th.
So it must have been in early access.
Yeah, they had some problems, and then they kind of fixed. Like, I think they've like kind of majorly fixed it. I don't know when it's coming out next, but to be fair, I actually really enjoyed that. I don't know who I mained a lot. No, Finn, I think I mained, but obviously,
According to Steam, it's not even non-existent. You can't even purchase it.
I've got it says install because obviously I played the beta. So,
Well, I just added Brawlhalla. That sounds like a little fighter game. I added that.
Oh, that's actually good. That's actually a
But
decent-
we all know who the winner is in Multiverses. It's Shaggy.
Wonder Woman.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be
No, Shaggy.
his
Shaggy
ultimate
beats
power.
everyone.
Oh my god. Literally, like I stopped playing that game because every time I picked Shaggy, my friends would be like, "God damn it, man, you fucking cheat!"
You're not allowed to do this.
Right.
All right, let me set this shit down. Back to the topics because we went way off rails looking at this damn dust collector I got.
Well, it's kind of on topic because it's state of gaming. Would you rather have?
Well,
Um,
redoing that, I would rather have my PlayStation 5 that I love. I could play that whenever I want. And I also found out that I could use this to mirror, or what is it, remote play my PS5. I just need to figure that out. So maybe it's not a paperweight after all.
well,
So
it's
that's
better than
better
that
than
paperweight.
that's better than that PlayStation Portal.
Yeah, because Portal,
Yeah.
you can't play actual games. But here, maybe we on the something with the Steam Deck. Maybe we on the something.
And you can play your games offline. You don't have to have internet connection except for the cloud or
Like if we all playing on the same game, we need internet for that, right? Of
mhm.
course.
Yeah.
Don't answer that. I answer my own question. Sims 4. Okay, I found a game I would play. Mm. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone for now. But yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna figure out the Steam Deck. We're gonna have a Global Nerds play one day, play day or some shit.
We all
That
just
sounds
play
terrible.
on Steam. Do
Yeah, I mean,
multiverses.
I
hey,
mean,
that sounds like fun. That sounds like fun.
Hopefully, the game won't be like, "Oh, you have to pay like $30,000 for it." Like, no, just stay.
Okay.
But good old gaming. Good old gaming in this day and age.
It is. All right, what's the last topic? Let's see. We got a topic on here,
I'm trying
and we are the topics.
Yeah, it's State of Gaming and Austin St. John. That was the only main things.
Two things going on in the
Oh,
world.
there we go.
That's it.
Did you guys see Cobra Kai season 6 final trailer?
no.
I
have
heard
not
about
watched-
it, but I have not seen Cobra Kai episode season 1. Nothing.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that either. I never really liked the Karate Kid, so I was just like, I don't give a shit
Thank
about
you. Who says, "Oh, let's go have a movie day. Let's go watch the Karate Kid"? What the? Who does that?
For a 90s movie, I really enjoyed it.
I've seen them though. I've
It's the
seen the one with
sequels.
what's her name, Hilary Swank, the next Karate Kid. I've seen the one with Jaden and Taraji. I saw that one. Am I going to see this new one? No.
No.
I'd rather see Cobra Kai than what we got with Jaden and Jackie Chan. That was a little weird.
That wasn't bad, but it could have been way better.
Yeah. I mean, they did say Cobra Kai is like Power Rangers, so maybe I should give it a chance, but it just does not interest me at all.
Same here. Like, it doesn't. I have no interest in watching it whatsoever. Like,
I gave season 1 a chance, and I thought it was okay.
like I get where I get where they wanted to come from it and be like, oh hey, we want something like, I don't know, like we want something that carries this on. But I just if I didn't watch the first or second one, I don't give a shit of it, so it can just carry on. I don't. I think because if I don't know, did they greenlight the second film? Because I thought it was a TV series that they were doing, but are they
I don't
Cobra Kai?
remember.
No, like the Karate Kid, like with Jonathan Entwistle, that he's working on. I thought that was
It's just a
I thought-
movie. It's just
Yeah.
a film. Yeah.
but I didn't know if they greenlit a second film straight away or whatever.
No, they postponed it to production so he could still work on. I guess they needed to redo some stuff, so they pushed back
Yeah.
the release date.
Okay. But yeah,
I don't know if Vic do get greenlit for a season 2. He ain't about to start that Power Ranger shit no more. So
So what should have been green late, and I don't know how it did because I'm pretty sure we covered it and got canceled.
which
Was
one?
Velma?
Oh, Velma season, boy. That's
Velma,
the whole
Velma
episode.
is
Of
so-
that damn show. I'm
So-
so tired of that damn show.
the reason why it got a second season is because I think when they were negotiating the first season, they had to buy so many episodes. So rather than have it all in one go, they decided to split it up and then go, here is season 2. To be fair, like, plus you've got to think of all the people that watched it as well. So, they don't see it as like, oh man, this is a bad series. They go like, oh my god, over 8 million people watched Velma season 2. Dear God, we have to make it. We have to keep this going.
They did watch it because it was hate watching. This is why I
Yeah.
say don't hate watch stuff, y'all, because it's gonna make them think we like it.
Yeah. It's the
Oh.
reason why I would torrent it. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I didn't watch season 1.
Allegedly, y'all. Don't come from my UK brother.
Yeah. Wow. I don't care. Like,
So
at the end of the day,
as
it's
of
Velma.
today, on Rotten Tomatoes, 11% for season 2.
Yeah. That's it.
That
Like,
sounds about right.
They won't do more. I don't think it's going to get a season 3. I think they just went, okay, we had to carry on. Allegedly,
Don't say that, Mark. We
don't
said
torrent.
it wasn't gonna get a season 2, and here we are.
And what did they do to our favorite character, Mark?
Hey, say that again.
What did they do to our favorite character?
I
They
don't know.
butchered her.
She looks like a ghoul. Jesus.
What are we talking about in because to be fair, if we're talking about Velma, I much prefer I don't really like Scooby-Doo that much.
It was
Everyone goes silent.
I'm sorry, I'm typing. Somebody on Twitter said they're gonna help me out with this damn emulation shit.
Nice.
So thank you, brother, for saving me.
they say it's quite simple, but it's actually annoying.
To be fair, with like, I do want to make a video on it because I generally think that the reason why we're getting these bad reboots and like celebrities are endorsing them, like Mindy, whatever, is because they hate these sorts of shows. Like, look at how they did. Look at how like Thundercats Raw, like that irritated the shit out of me because they tried to make it like Teen Titans Go, and
no one
it
asked
doesn't.
for that.
Yeah, like no one wanted it, and it's when you have like the guy who produced it or was running it turned around and went, "This is the show that I wanted to see as a kid." It's like, no, you didn't. Like, you saw there is Teen Titans Go, how much money that is, how much that is all over Cartoon Network right now. I want some of that money, and it's just like no one gives a shit. Like, I love Thundercats, but to be fair, I would rather it just sit and rot than get absolutely destroyed.
The old 80s brought us 5 amazing seasons, which I really enjoyed. 2011 brought a new spin on it, which I thought was pretty good. Like, it felt more believable than just space cats in space.
Well, see, I didn't really like the 2011 that much. I rewatched it, but I was just not a huge big fan of it. But compared to like so what I wanted them to link it to the original, and I think it could have been done so well. But I just I much prefer it over
like the War on Mumra was the first 5 seasons. Here's some peace, but the cats are being assholes. They found the remains, somehow brought Mumra back. Okay, there's your connection. Yeah, I agree. I think the connection should have been there.
You would just had Claudius turn around and be like, when I landed, and that's just Lino. You just changed his name because it was voiced by Larry Kenney. So that's how I would have done it. And it would have kind of like understood why they're on Third Earth originally, why they're doing stuff. But at the end of the day, I know like Raw was horrible, and I think that's what Velma wants to try and be in some ways, like this new thing. Like, she wants to destroy a lot of the beloved franchise, and I think that these big companies like Warner should just look at it and go, you shouldn't be destroying a beloved property, because if they want to bring it back, let's say they go, oh, we're bringing out brand new Scooby-Doo in 2 years' time, brand new animated. You're going to have people going, well, we're not going to watch because we don't know if you're going to treat this property like shit.
Right.
And I totally see that. I do. Like, I would rather they treat the property with respect. Add some humor, do what you want to do to make it a little bit different, but just treat it with fucking respect.
And I'm all for them solving actual like murders and connecting it to the characters, because that's kind of how Mystery Incorporated felt. But not like this.
Like, also look at like Star Trek Lower Decks. Now, I absolutely couldn't stand that originally because I thought it was taking the piss out of Star Trek and all the stuff that Star Trek had built up. But then I kind of thought after a while, I actually was like, no, this is actually a really good show. Like this is funny. Like they're pulling like parts from like Star Trek history that has never been done. Like I think in one episode they go like, oh, so what are you doing? Oh, we're taking the piss out of Artemis and like winding him up, and that linked to the fact in TNG where the thing killed Tasha Yar, and I was like, that's really fucking funny. Like, and it just evolved into its own storyline. It had its own like behind the things where the people at Lower Decks get absolutely shat on all the time. And that was fine to me. I absolutely loved that sort of stuff because it felt funny and it was an enjoyable series.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I hear nothing but positive things about it. But I'm a big Star Trek fan. But my introduction to like the revamping of Star Trek, like a spiritual successor, which was the show with McFarlane on Disney Plus. What was it
Oh,
called?
Orville. Yeah.
Orville. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
It's not,
enjoy Orville. I wish it got more seasons because that was something. It was took Star Trek and then done it to me in a better way.
I
it's
actually
actually got
need
a
to
new
finish
season.
out Orville. I'm on like season 3 of that.
It's
They
really
they,
good.
they recently they got a new season because it's been everywhere at the moment. So
Hmm.
it's
They
come back.
greenlit a new season.
Yeah, let me just have a look.
I'm about to go to Twitter because Twitter they tell us everything. That's the new news source.
Well, we're gonna hopping back on Hulu and watching Orville again.
Right.
Oh, hasn't it? I'm sure. Like, I'm sure. Like, I saw it trending the other day, and they were like, "Yeah, we're back," type thing.
Yeah, I don't see Twitter ain't talking about it. They talk about every damn thing on Twitter. Google.
Said in season 4 we'll find out. Okay, I don't know.
He said, "Yeah, I don't fucking know."
I'm sure I saw something. I was like, "Oh, that's actually cool." Because if it did come back, I'd be like, "Oh, that's fantastic." But I think because of all that, like it was a nice way of like how Star Trek should be.
Yeah.
But if you like the rest of Star Trek is fantastic. Look, I think you'd really like Lower Decks.
Okay, I'm gonna check that
Timings.
out.
Timings.
What was the one they did? I think it was on Paramount or it might have been Nickelodeon. Which one they had the children version of it?
It was Prodigy.
Yeah, I actually wanted to see that, and then people started saying it wasn't good or anything. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch this thing.
It's very different. I enjoyed it. And it did open up quite a lot of storytelling. It was actually a little bit different. It's worth watching. I think it's because what they did was they did season 1, and then they took such a long break, and then said like, "This is the second part."
Right. Man,
Teach them kids, Crispy. Get out the chat. Teach our future.
So yeah, it's worth watching. Season 2, which was really weird because they had it all done. Like it didn't need to be done anymore, and they were like, "Yeah, it's cancelled." And they'd already felt like they'd already got season 2, and I think Netflix has bought it, and they're gonna show the whole of season 2, which is really good because it looks really cool, and it's like a continuation, which it should be of Star Trek. But yeah, like it's definitely worth doing it. Like so, Lower Decks is definitely worth checking out, and obviously just like Star Trek. Like I started watching Discovery, which it's hit and miss at the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we got some people watching here, so let's do a quick Q&A. Whether you're watching YouTube, Twitch, what is it? We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let's do a quick Q&A for the last 5 minutes to wrap it up, and let's answer some of y'all questions. Let's see what y'all got. So how about that? Send us some questions. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes.
Send them.
Yeah, let's see what people say. Some a Q&A.
This is when no one does it. It's like,
right.
That was a
Let's
great
see.
Q&A, guys.
Send them
How about
questions.
no Star Trek Q&A?
What did you think about the Wrath of Khan scene?
Man, because I would be sitting here like, well, let me go to Wikipedia real quick.
Right.
Hi,
This
I'm
man got
Wikipedia.
a whole cheat sheet from.
But no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up in
Jesus.
5 minutes here. That was a cool episode though. We
Yeah.
had, Austin St. John took up most of the time, but he's gonna do his time. He's gonna pay us back.
And again, I am optimistic about everything. So
Right.
that's why I said what I said. Because we could go balls to wall conspiracy theorists on it,
There's
but
not really any conspiracy theories on he took money, he wanted money, and that's it.
Right.
Like that's all it wanted. There's no conspiracy of like maybe Saban was like, fuck Austin St. John. Let's slam him to this thing. I generally don't think that. I think that Austin got greedy. Austin thought he could get away with it, and now he's paying the price. And he's got his diehard fans, which is absolutely fine. You got people that are going to still support him no matter what. That's absolutely fine. Just don't fucking attack people. Like
Right.
don't be an asshole.
Yeah, and there are people that will ride and die for Austin. That's what I generally think is going to happen. But I think the fandom needs to step back. That Austin St. John pretty much doesn't give a shit about any one of these people whatsoever. It's more like, as I've said multiple videos, he's not going to come around and go, oh, I'm going to give you a cheeky reach around and like cut those balls for you while you cough. Like he's not going to then want to go paintballing or do whatever. Like he's not going to give you a shake in the bathroom. He's not. He literally wants your money and tells you to fuck off. I think
That's
The question is he going to learn from this? That's the question.
I if this was me and I had the same thought process, this would humble me so much that I would completely change. I would look through everything that I'm doing and I would just be like, what can I change? And I would look at like what people are saying. Like if they're like, oh, Mark's a massive arsehole because he does a middle finger to me on Twitter, then I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to stop that.
Right.
If people like a load of people like compare him to JDF, and it's more of like, what does JDF do? What he does is he does a lot to, well, he did a lot to kind of say, hey, like you're the last fan standing. I'm going to give you maybe a couple of free autographs at a time. I'm going to actually invest myself into this brand, and Austin doesn't do that. I think someone said on I can't remember where, but they said like what Austin does is he signs and says go away. But you compare him to any other Ranger where they will spend a little bit of time with you. They're not going to spend like half an hour talking about whatever, but at least they're going to take a little bit more and invest in you. What you've been up to? How are you doing? Like oh, I remember you from this place. Rather than sign, go. And this is the thing that Austin needs to kind of like. He needs to look at himself. I don't know. I get very frustrated that this guy used to be a really good person, and now he's just.
But was that just a front? Because
maybe
a lot of people aren't that good. You know what I mean? Just because I just want to put this out. Just because you're a celebrity or you feel like you know someone because they play a character, these people are acting. They're not. They're not necessarily bad people. They're not necessarily good people. We don't know them. We know their character. So I just wish people can't disassociate the character from the human.
And I'm going to say that about politics as well.
But that goes for every human.
Yeah.
I mean, in politics, we can't. That's comparing apples to oranges. We're talking about actors, politics, and stuff like that. These people are there. That's who they are. That's their life. So we can't compare the two. They can't intertwine. They can't do that.
I see politics as actors because it seems like nothing comes to pass with them.
I mean, I think to me, but like, I think that you're able to gauge on who's a good person. So I know like maybe one or two actors that I know have been dead nice to me, but not just the whole thing of like, oh, here's a free like signature or something. I think I've seen what they've done with that. So when I met Ciara Hanna, thingy. I got her to sign something, and she was like, "Oh, my favorite British person," blah blah blah. But what she did was she wrote it, and then I showed it to people on Twitter, and she's like, "That doesn't have your name on it. That doesn't have your name on it." And that could be anyone. Like all my friends took the piss. I was like, "Fuck!" So when I went up to her, I was like, "Hey, could you just write my name? That's all I wanted." And she literally took it and just absolutely wrote loads of different stuff on there. And normally, if I went back to say Jason Font, he'd be like, "Nah, that's another like $30, please." But the fact is that she did that for free, and she's done a few other things as well. And I feel like that was genuine. That wasn't a, oh man, like this guy's going to come back and spend $1,000, $2,000 on me. Like, but like with Jason Font, like I know that he wants shit ton of money from like fuck all. But I feel like you have to kind of like gauge that. Maybe they are all acting, but what does that benefit them in the long run? So
Your money.
yeah, but I've only spent a little bit with, like, say, Ciara. Like, I haven't spent a ton like I would do with other people. But now, yeah, maybe it is a ploy of like, oh man, I've been dead nice. So now Mark's going to spend thousands of dollars on me, and it would all be worth it. But
Yeah,
I
I
can
just want to
say
say that
from
again.
the Jason Font side of things, seeing him at Ranger Stop just in the lobby picking up his Grubhub, that was a funny encounter. Um, he was a really nice guy, and even getting pictures with him and Aaron, both their managers were great. They were a hoot to be around.
I think there's tons of people. I think it depends on who you talk to and what how you are with them. But I know there are some people that just see fans as dollar signs and that's it. So, and I feel like the fact is that we're the people that are paying their bills effectively. Are you going to turn around and be like, well, I'm not going to spend anything? Oh, we don't want to speak to you. Like some people will take time, regardless of who they are. But then some people
Yeah.
just say like, man, I got my phone bill. Like my phone bill's like $3,000. Give me that money. Get the fuck out. Move along.
Yeah, again,
So
just a disclaimer. I don't want to say a person is bad or good just because they either do a free autograph for you or charge you because, again, these people got to eat. A lot of these actors, they still got to pay their bills. We know they went through a strike and shit like that. So I'm not going to say, oh, a person just a bad person because they charging me for my name. I mean, I'm not going to put that out there, but
yeah, like
yeah.
again, yeah, I agree. Like I would rather support when it comes to certain things and be like, hey, you've shown me a little bit of kindness. I want to show you a little bit of kindness. I'm going to help support you. And I never expect anything for free or anything like that. It's obviously it's up to that person. But I think there's at times where I'm just like, you've done this, so I'm just going to pay you loads of money. Here you go, type thing. So yeah, I think just in general, it's just some people will see you as you're going to pay my bills this month, fuck off. And some people are going to be like, I'm going to invest my time with you a little bit more. So maybe you will buy something a little bit extra. But it's up to that person. I don't hold it against like actors. I know they're very busy if they've got huge lines. But yeah, fucking.
And I know just being a celebrity, that shit could be exhausting because, I'm just doing a job. Like, imagine you just do your regular job. Just say you work at Starbucks, right? And then you have a whole line of 300 people coming there, and they specifically want you to sign their cup with their name, take a photo, hug them, act like we're besties for every single person. You're like, bitch, this is just my job. I didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean? It's type of a deal. So it's kind of like I can't be a celebrity because I know damn well I would be looking at you like, I'm not signing that. Get the fuck out of my face. You know what I mean? You're like,
You're not built for that life. You're not
right?
built for that
Like,
life.
no, leave me alone.
I mean, I'll be willing to do it at a reasonable price, but
Now, I'm sorry. If I was a celebrity, I'm milking the hell out.
We got the players going in there.
You got one that's going to milk you off for your money. You got one that's going to curse you out. I'll be the Rihanna version of a celebrity. I'll hit you with a microphone. Move.
I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, I know what it's like with working, like when I worked in retail, and I know exactly what it is like when you make friends and stuff. Like the worst thing is when you're like, you go like, yeah, cool, and you've been nice, and then they see you out and about in the street, and then they're like, hey, can you be nice about bitch? No, I ain't being paid. I am nice to people. Don't worry.
I've been in transportation for years, and I say, hey, driver, do you go here? Do you go there? Do you know what time this other bus gets here? I'm like, okay, I work for one company. How in the hell when I know another transit company schedule. Like, no. Well, why don't you know? Do all bus operators know everything? No, but you
No.
got Google in your pocket, so go figure it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, boy, celebrities get grace from me because it couldn't be me.
This man said no.
Mm-hmm.
This
Can I have
said
an
not.
autograph? GlobalNerdz, can I have an autograph? No. GlobalNerdz, can I take a picture? No. GlobalNerdz, can we hang out? No. GlobalNerdz, can you talk to me? No. GlobalNerdz, can I get acknowledgement?
No. Definitely
This-
no, actually.
This is where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, why not? Fucking, like, why not?
Nah, I'm not that much of an asshole, y'all. Y'all see me in the streets. I'm actually pretty cool
Same here.
from a distance. Just don't come with me no fuck shit.
He said,
Sign me
he said, look
mugs.
like a bear. Like,
Yeah, don't come at
don't
me
get
on no
close to me,
weirdo
just-
stuff. Don't come at me with no. You said this online about Austin St. John, and it's because of his belief, and I love Mr. Saint. Don't come at me with that. I will
I'm
look
pretty
at you
sure
like
you got a
crazy.
few of them out there.
They will.
Oh, there
Yeah.
are. And this is a big thing. Is like I say, like Austin's not gonna like sit on Twitter and look at everyone going like, oh, Austin St. John. He's not gonna give you a reach round, as I said. So at the end of the day, it's I think it's how he treated it. I know what he's like a little bit. It seems like he's gotten worse over the years, but at the end of the day, that's him. That's what he wants to do. I'll just report on all the shit that happens. And Monday,
Yeah, that's all we do. We report what's out there. We're not making up stuff. We're not putting information out our asses just for content. If it's out there, we just talk about it. That's literally what we do on this podcast. We give you news. That's it.
Give you news, and we look at things objectively through many different points of views.
My favorite thing is when you've got the court documents and everyone can see and they're like, I don't believe that.
Right.
What? It's fucking court documents.
Like he has a loaded gun in his hand. No, he doesn't. I don't see it. You don't see
I
that
see a fish.
smoking Glock right there? Like, no.
It's like he took my girl and he's holding her hand and he's kissing her. No, he's not. What?
Right.
Like right here on live.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he hasn't done that, but
Man.
that's literally what it's that sort of thing. Oh, he killed all my parents and killed all my family. It's right there. They didn't. What? What?
We killing kids now. That's Power Ranger territory.
I don't know. Let's yeah, his court date is tomorrow. So
yeah, we will be back. I don't know if anything comes out tomorrow. Y'all want to stream it tomorrow? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna do an episode tomorrow. How about that?
We'll see what comes up.
Can get it.
Yeah, I'm willing to.
Cool.
If you know the court, we can try looking it up on YouTube.
Yeah, we're gonna look at it. But you know what, y'all? It's been a beautiful day, a beautiful episode. Difference of opinions. We respect everybody's opinions sometime. But on that note, we come to the conclusion of this wonderful GlobalNerdz episode. So y'all know how we leave. Coolio. That's so terrible.